Friends, Trudeau, the ex-Prime Minister of Canada, was another maverick politician. He's spoiled the relations with India to such a level that visas were cancelled, diplomats were thrown out of the countries, and also put the economics of Canada into shambles because the food and housing prices rose, immigration problems cropped up, and finally, a letter from his finance minister saw his doomsday. The new president-elect of the Liberal Party is Joseph Carney. He is an economist and was the ex-governor of Bank of Canada and has a very good reputation because it bailed out the Bank of Canada in 2008 global economic crisis and was also the governor of the Bank of England, and he was praised by the citizens of UK in the way that he handled the economics of that nation. He is a technocrat who has worked for 13 years as an executive in Goldman Sachs and has traveled all over London, Tokyo, Washington, New York, and other places. He has a vast experience but has got political ambitions. He has garnered commendations from all the member of parliaments, but he himself is not an MP, so he has to face a federal election which is round the corner in Canada. He won with 85.9 votes over his closest rival, Chrystia Freeland, who was the ex-finance minister, and he will be facing Pierre Poilievre of the Conservative Party of Canada in the federal elections. So before we come to know who is Carney, I request you to please become a volunteer in our Uma Dream Foundation, which is an NGO with a tagline for right to education for the underprivileged, and also to make a purchase on our e-com site Sonajuri Arts, which showcases the handicrafts of West Bengal. So every purchase of yours will motivate our artisans and give them a good quality of life. So Carney's tagline was that, as Trump said, that he would make Canada the 51st state and also put tariffs on Canada. So he said and has been pressurizing that he would not let Trump win and make Canada their slave, and also that Canada will win the trade war or the tariff war like they win in hockey with US. But he still has a big task at hand. Just election campaigning and talks do not save the day because they are part of the G7, the 5I, the NATO, and the second largest landmass country. So getting back the economy of Canada on track is a big task, which this man with his experience can do it. So who is this gentleman? Joseph Carney was born on 16th March 1965. He is a Canadian economist and a politician who has been designated now as the Prime Minister designate and is the leader of the Liberal Party since 9th March 2025. As leader of the governing party, Carney is expected to succeed Justin Trudeau as the next Prime Minister of Canada. He previously served as the 8th Governor of Bank of Canada from 2008 to 2013 and the 120th Governor of Bank of England from 2030 to 2020. Carney was born in Fort Smith, Northwest Territories and raised in Edmonton, Alberta. He graduated with a bachelor's degree in economics from Harvard University in 1988 and going on to study at the University of Oxford, where he earned a master's degree in 1993 and a doctorate in 1995. Like I said, he held various roles at Goldman Sachs before joining the Bank of Canada as Deputy Governor in 2003. In 2004, he was named as the Senior Associate Deputy Minister for the Department of Finance, Canada. In 2007, Carney was named Governor of the Bank of Canada, where he was responsible for Canadian monetary policy during the global financial crisis, for which he is applauded. He led the Canadian Central Bank until 2013, when he was appointed as the Governor of the Bank of England, where he led the British Central Bank's response to Brexit and the early phase of the COVID-19 pandemic. After leaving central banking, Carney served as chair and head of impact investigation at Brookfield Asset Management as chair of board of directors for Bloomberg LP. He was also appointed the United Nations Special Envoy for Climate Action and Finance. Carney also worked as an advisor to Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau during COVID-19 pandemic and was made chair of Liberal Party's Economic Growth Task Force. In early 25, he announced his intent to seek the leadership of the Liberal Party of Canada, winning a landslide victory in March. So, once he takes over as the Prime Minister and tries to put the Canadian economy back on track and faces the federal elections which are around the corner. So let us see his ideology and how he can get the undone by Trudeau into a success story which Canada has been, because like he says that healthcare in US is big business, but in Canada it is a right. And also US may be the melting pot, but Canada is a mosaic which cannot be broken. So let us wait and watch what time has to say. Jai Hind.